Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 2. Chapter 269, Part 1, The News of the Murder of John the Baptist. 4th September 1945. Jesus is curing some sick people. Manaen only is present. They are in the house in Capernaum, in the shady kitchen garden, early in the morning. Manaen is no longer wearing his precious belt, or the thin plate on his forehead. His tunic is held tight by a woolen cord, and his headgear by a thin strip of cloth. Jesus is bareheaded, as he always is when at home. After curing and comforting the sick people, Jesus goes upstairs with Manaen, and they both sit on the windowsill of the window facing the mountain. Because the sun is shining on the other side of the house, and it is very warm, although it is no longer the height of summer. Vintage will be starting soon, says Manaen. Yes, then it will be the Feast of the Tabernacles, and it will soon be winter. When are you thinking of going away? I would never leave, but I am thinking of the Baptist. Herod is weak. If one knows how to influence him to do good, if he does not become good, he remains at least not bloodthirsty. But only a few people advise him wisely. And that woman. But I would like to stay here until your apostles come back. Not that I rely much on myself, but I still have some weight, although the favor I enjoyed previously has diminished much since they have realized that I now follow the way of good. But it does not matter. I would like to have enough courage to be able to abandon everything and follow you completely, like the disciples whom you are expecting. But shall I ever succeed? We who are not of the common people find it more difficult to follow you. Why? Because the tentacles of your poor wealth hold you back. However, I know some people who are not exactly rich, but are learned or about to be so, and they do not come either. They also have the tentacles of poor riches, holding them back. One is not rich only in money. There is the wealth of knowledge. Few can confess with Solomon. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Which confession is resumed and enlarged, not so much materially, but deeply in Koheleth. Do you remember it? Human science is vanity because to increase human knowledge only is anguish and affliction of the spirit. And he who multiplies science multiplies such anguish. I solemnly tell you that it is so. And I also tell you that it would not be so if human science were supported and bridled by supernatural wisdom and the holy love of God. Pleasure is vanity because it does not last, but quickly fades away after burning, leaving ashes and emptiness. Wealth stored up by means of various industries is vanity for the man who dies, as he leaves it to other people and cannot repel death by means of it. Woman is vanity when she is considered a female and desired as such. So we conclude that the only thing which is not vanity is the holy fear of God and obedience to his commandments. That is the wisdom of man, who is not only flesh, but has a second nature, the spiritual one. Who can reason thus and is willing, is able to break off from every tentacle of poor wealth and move freely towards the sun. I want to remember those words. How much you have given me during the past days. I can now go back to that ugly court, which seems bright only to fools, and seems powerful and free, whereas it is misery, prison, and darkness. And I will be able to go back with the treasure that will enable me to live better, waiting for the best. But will I ever reach that best, which is to be entirely yours? Yes, you will. When? Next year? Later? Or when old age will make me wise? You will reach it in a few hours by becoming spiritually mature and perfect in willing. Manaen looks at him thoughtfully, inquisitively, but he does not ask any other question. There is silence. Then Jesus says, Have you ever approached Lazarus of Bethany? No, Master. I can say no. If we met on few occasions, I cannot say it was out of friendship. You know, I was with Herod, and Herod was against him, so Lazarus would now see you in God beyond such things. You must endeavor to approach him as a fellow disciple. I will do it, if you wish so. Excited voices are heard in the garden. They are anxiously asking, The Master, is he here? The harmonious voice of the landlady replies, He is upstairs. Who are you, sick people? No, disciples of John, and we want Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus looks out of the window, saying, Peace be with you. Oh, it is you. Come in. They are the three shepherds, John, Matthias, and Simon. Oh, Master, they say, looking up and showing their sorrowful faces. Not even the sight of Jesus cheers them up. Jesus leaves the room and goes out to meet them on the terrace. Manaen follows him. They meet where the staircase leads on to the sunny terrace. The three men kneel down, kissing the floor. Then John says on behalf of them all, Receive us now, Lord, because we are your inheritance. And tears stream down the faces of the disciples and his companions. Jesus and Manaen utter one only cry. John! He has been killed. This has been a reading from the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 2, Chapter 269, Part 1, The News of the Murder of John the Baptist. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.